cable cloth, by the way. Obviously the engineers draw very nicely, got the straight line, and the graphic designers go all over the cable cloth. It's great.
Right, the ideas here, what was for visiting rugby supporters that we have an event or series of events where we advocate, especially supporters coming from England, where they tend to travel in pretty large numbers, and they come, they see a match, they have a few pints and they go home. So I think that's a huge opportunity that's being missed. We have to create a much better atmosphere in the city centre. Shops should remain open much later, and especially coffee shops and all, but we've got to bring more people back into the centre. Then pedestrianisation of the bottom part of O'Connell Street to mix with Bedford Row and Thomas Street, and in fact the pedestrianisation of Bedford Row on down to the river is another very good idea here, and one that has unanimous approval. It was raised at the general meeting that we had, our first meeting, and that was the biggest 4th of July celebration outside of the United States should be and can be and will be here in Limerick.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On a second, Eugene, 4th of July celebration so strong. Give the American something to do when they're here. Eugene, have you got something ready to go?
Oh, we don't know John McNamara, and we're representing some gazebo on this table. We don't want to duplicate a lot of the ideas you've had already. There's a lot of stuff that's come out already with regards to cleaning up the streets. Social enterprise is an idea that David and Terence have come over here. It's something that Terence is working on at the minute. It's with regard to work experience schemes and voluntary schemes to get young people and old people, whoever's out of work, involved in these schemes. They vary across a wide section in society. The scheme Terence is working on is boat building at the minute, but they said there's a whole lot of areas you can get people into and get them working. They may not necessarily be earning cash for this, but it's brilliant to improve your morale and self-esteem and get them, and it's a step towards getting them back into the workforce. So there's a lot of schemes out there that people could help and volunteer in, and something we can hopefully coordinate. Another brilliant idea that wasn't mentioned, I could safely say, is something that Mark O'Connor has given us here, and it's basically creating the little apple. Every time I come to these I learn something new. He's advised me that the grid system in New York City was actually designed and implemented based on Limerick City, and it was a person from Limerick brought the idea to New York. So he said we have strong ties to New York, and there's no reason why Limerick couldn't become the little apple as opposed to the big apple, and we could work off that. Just tying into that as well, Mark has spent a lot of time in New York, and he said just simple ideas like bringing the Irish Chamber Orchestra into the city centre, bring them into the parks in the summer when the weather is fine, and have events there so that they can play, so people can have a family day and bring the kids in, get people in around the city again, have live entertainment performances in the parks and on the streets. So everything beyond that has been repeated with regards to developing the city and cleaning up the streets, so I won't go back over them again, but I think there's been some brilliant ideas here overall.
All right, John, thank you.